Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. Sorry, it took me a sec to get my voice mod up and working because it decided it didn't want to function again. But you know what? What's a charity stream without things not working? Hello, hi, welcome back to the stream. Hello. Lucas says Dino stream. Hi, guys, we're doing another charity stream. And this time it's genuinely so cool and so important, and there's some really cool stuff that you can do even without the stream to be able to get some really cool things out of it and support a good cause. Vicky says, why is my Wingstop ad inviting me to a three-way? Is it? What an insane way to market, but you know what, whatever works. We don't actually have a Wingstop around here, I'm pretty sure. I think it's just Buffalo Wild Wings, and even then, like, the atmosphere of Buffalo Wild Wings makes me feel like I'm about to get shoved into a locker, so I try not to go there. Hi, your butt is targeted marketing, apparently. Also, Gabriel Delicato says, wait, I got here in the beginning. You did, welcome in. Hello to everyone who's here from YouTube, from TikTok. I'll be going live on Instagram here in a second. I just need to upload to the story there saying that I'm live, because today's live stream and this week's live stream are actually really important because we're raising money, as you might have noticed, for the American Heart Association. Chat's gonna be a little bit hard to read, but that's because that's the only way I can make it even vaguely read with the overlay that I have, so bear with me there. But for everyone who's watching on other platforms and generally just across the rest of this week, we are doing some really cool stuff and helping raise money for an amazing organization. I'm just gonna jump into it straight off with what's in it for you, because if I'm being fully honest, I know that that's what stream audiences love, and I got something really cool for you. Unlike any other stream that I've done before where we're doing charity streams and they're for various organizations here and there, big and small, American, non-American, all that sort of stuff, there's actually a little bit of a special case with this one, because today, and what day is it? The 16th? For today and tomorrow only, keep an eye on your Steam, because I'm gonna show this off first. There is a whole ass Steam sale associated with this charity stream. Not just this charity stream, but the American Heart Association's February push in general, where they've actually worked with Steam to put a fuck ton of games on sale. And basically, if you guys buy these games, it goes to support the American Heart Association, and I'll talk about them a little bit more in a second and talk about what exactly they do if you're not aware of them. They don't just like participate in black market organ harvesting or something like that. They do genuinely do some amazing stuff with regards to heart disease, which it affects someone in my family. I'll talk about that in a sec. But for right now, long story short, if you guys haven't looked already at Steam's sales lately, highly recommend taking a look at this page. It's Games with Heart. I'll put the link in the Twitch chat for those who are watching on Twitch right now, because there is, you guys can check it out, compare it against your wish list, and for today and tomorrow only, if you haven't already bought these games, it goes towards an amazing cause, so I highly recommend checking it out. Ghastly Hollow says, yay, Steam sale for charity. Exactly, and Big Dub says, based stream. Yeah, Yvette says, gasp, swearing on a charity stream. I was told to be myself. Whoops. Also, we did have some donations already. Thank you guys so much, everyone who's donated. Basically, we're raising money for the American Heart Association, as I mentioned. Our goal is $1,200, and we've already raised $75 before I even started stream, which is insane. So thank you so much to House Duggan and to Lukage for donating. Lukage at $25 and House Duggan at $50. We have some incentives this time where every time we reach a major milestone at $250, $500, and then $1,000, we're gonna do a giveaway over in the Discord. So basically, you guys can join the Discord, and you don't have to actually donate to participate in the giveaway. It's just like, I need to figure out a better way to set it up in the future where you can donate to get more like entries or whatever, but like due to regulations, and regulations are scary, I'm not gonna fist fight the FCC anytime soon. So instead, if we raise certain amounts of money, then just everyone will get access to a certain giveaway, starting off at $250, where I will give away a deluxe RPG journal from Peter Popper Press. Now, whoever receives it, if they want me to sign it, I can. I would have to like take it out of its packaging in order to do that, but it is here. And it's an RPG journal that's mostly compatible with D&D 5e, so it's got like little folders on the inside, it's gilded, it's like absolutely gorgeous. It's the same one that came in the bundle from the last charity stream we did. So we'll be giving one of those away. At $500, I will be giving away a copy of Battlezoo Ancestry's Classic Creatures. This is straight up just like a book that I have on my shelf that I accidentally had 2 copies of, so I can sign this as well. Where you guys will basically get access to Roll for Combat's Battlezoo Ancestry's Classic Creatures. It basically takes a bunch of different, like, it's 5e and Pathfinder 2e compatible stuff that has to do with turning a bunch of like classic D&D creatures into playable characters. So you can be a demon, a doppelganger, a gremlin, a mimic. You can play as a mimic, finally. You can play as a slime, you can play as a Sita? What is this called? Oh, like a fairy tale made real, it says. It's got, like, it's a full-on source book, right? And it just gives you a lot more player options, so it's fine if you're a DM, it's fine if you're a player. So I will be throwing that out into the giveaway pool at $500. I could be convinced to give more of my collection away. I would be hesitant to, though. So I've been asking around to see if there's other people who are willing to donate books to throw at you guys. But one response I did get was from Thomas Tusano, from Tusano Trading Co., who is going to be giving away a handmade wooden vault. I don't have the picture off the top of my head. He's gonna provide them to me later on, but essentially it's like a square thing with like this ornate inlay, magnetically open and shuts, and it's one of those things that's like, Thomas is the premier woodworker for the tabletop gaming space, so I'm very happy that he's offered to give something away to you guys. And so at $1,000 raised, we'll be throwing that out there. Oh my god, we already raised another, oh, we hit another milestone, hold on. Wait, I'll read chat in a sec. I swear, I just need to get caught up on all this stuff. Yves with $10 saying, gotta kick off the stream right. Thank you, Yves. And then Zentgrim, hi. X10grim, maybe? I don't know. Either way, thank you so much for the donation. We're already off to a great start. Yves says you need room for more magic cards. I honestly thought about giving away a series of like common magic cards that are signed by me, but I feel like that kind of makes it so that it makes it so that like the implication is my signature has value. I don't give a shit about my signature. I'll sign whatever the fuck you want. X10grim or any combo work says X10grim. Thank you so much, X. That's awesome. But yeah, let me post real fast so that I am live on Instagram. In the meantime, how was your guys' weekend? How was your President's Day for those who got the day off? HTTPS. There we go. I gotta make sure that people on Instagram can actually click a link, which is the nicest thing ever, by the way. Where you can embed like a Twitch link into your Instagram stories. That way people can just like tap on something. We have also talked about the concept, and this stream is going to be a little bit more relaxed because it's going to be more last minute. I only got the assets a couple hours ago, so I threw it together last. I hope you like the colors. You know, I threw it together quite last minute. Maybe over the next couple days, we'll have some more cool stuff, like, for example, polls that you can donate to and things like that. I'm also thinking I might draw, like, little pictures for people who donate. We're figuring it out as we go, because today has been crazy for me. But how's it been for you guys? Tirage Sin says, how is everyone? And Cheese Prof says, I'm not sure what day it is. Yeah, no, today, I'm honestly surprised at how many people don't get President's Day off. And yet, at the same time, I'm not surprised. You know? So Dave says, no President's Day up here, but my weekend was good. I got hired to do an engagement photo shoot yesterday and today, so I'm editing while watching you. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, I have a friend who's an engagement and elopement photographer, and oh my god, the amount of time that she spends, like, editing and things like that. I've seen some videos of people who edit full on, like, oh my god, like, the cuticles on the bride's, like, fingertips and things like that. Like, they get really into it. Noob says the only reason I knew today was President's Day is because it's a federal holiday. I know, right? Oh, and then Figgy says, all right, I'm out. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta plan. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Hello, hello. And then Hato says, Diana down player stardom again. Wait, what did I say? Oh no. Oh, Krayak says in 18 years when Diana becomes the famous and is hanging out with Bad Bunny, that signature is gonna be worth something. Oh god. And Spidey says Diana can be tricked into signing a Death Note. I haven't seen Death Note, so probably. Genuinely, probably. But Oldfish says, today's been wild. I dealt with a migraine and afterwards I changed my brake pads and rotors. That is a crazy turnaround. You went from dying almost and feeling like you can't open your eyes to changing brake pads. That's actually crazy, but also congrats. That's awesome. Iron Fist over on YouTube says hair looks super cute. Thank you. I haven't done anything to it. I went on a hike and didn't wash it afterwards, if that counts. Not much of a hike. More of a, like, I don't know, more of like a walk essentially, because it wasn't super intense, like uphill or anything like that. I could do it in tennis shoes as opposed to like climbing shoes. But let's see, raising money for the American Heart Association. There we go, exclamation mark. There we go. So now I can actually go live on Instagram. Craig says hikes are fun. Too much mud to hike right now. I know, it's been crazy today. We've had snow on and off, but at the same time, it's like kind of just warm enough that you'd be able to wander around on a hike. Lino says, getting that vitamin D. Dude, if only it was sunny. It has truly not been. But let's see. She says, I keep forgetting to watch streak. The watched streak doesn't trigger on casting it to your CV. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, Gung, hello. Crazy name. I will hydrate for you. And hello to everyone joining on Instagram. Sorry, it's like a minute too late. But that being said, let me go ahead and at least fulfill some, let me do some little doodles, some little drawings for everyone who has donated so far to our stream for the American Heart Association. So far, it's been, 4 people. Oh my God. House Duggan, X10 Grim, Yves, and Luke. Do you guys have anything that you would like me to try and draw? Bearing in mind that I fucking suck at drawing, I figured I'd do a little doodle in honor of the donation to an amazing cause. For those who are just joining, by the way, we're doing a fundraiser for the American Heart Association for like basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, over on Twitch and YouTube and things like that. Keyman says, are you going to MagicCon Vegas? I am not. I'm not, but granted, I've only been in the Magic community for like less than 6 months, I want to say. Only since August 2025, where I got my first Lathril deck, and then have since been fucking magic pilled. And so Aisha says, oh, they could be the next dragon sticker. God, that dragon sticker is insane. The fact that the dragon sticker sells so well still blows my mind. It's still to this day one of the most popular merch items on the store. And it's just like the most bullshit thing. Prestidian says I'm in the Warframe grinding mood. And Yves says, can you do the graffiti S? Oh my God, the cool S? Dude, I haven't heard that name in years. Hold on. I will say I was not cool enough to know what the cool S was back in the day. So I'm gonna do my best to remember how exactly they did it. Don't clip this because I know it's gonna fucking suck. But I remember that they did like 3 little things. And then they connected it in a way. Oh no, there was 2 in the middle, right? Yeah, there's 2 in the middle. And so they did... I'm forgetting how this thing looks. This is like... I feel like I'm about to... what Berenstain Bears affect myself. What's it called? The Mandela effect? Oh no. Someone also says on Instagram that they're also grinding Warframe. So hey, you're not alone. Wait, San says it's wrong already? Wait, how have I got this wrong? I thought it was like... Guys, I wasn't cool enough to know what the cool S was. 2 separate groups of 3 vertical lines, and then you connect to S. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Separate groups of 3 vertical lines. What, like this? Oh, wait. No. Hold on. This feels wrong. That's a cube. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Guys, this is not gonna go well. I feel like I'm gonna get tricked into drawing something awful. Hold on. So this is the GameCube thing, isn't it? Okay. All are equal lengths? There's 6 lines of equal length. Okay, how the fuck does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How does that turn into the S? Someone's booting up Smash Bros. Melee. Dibs on Falcon. I hate it here. This is not... There's no way that there's 3 on top? What does that mean? Oh, like... Okay. But then how... So then it's got to connect like this, right? And then this. My brain refuses to wrap itself around how you do the middle part. You're about Dank, what the fuck is that? That doesn't mean anything. Someone says check Discord. I hate it. I hate it here. You guys are saying first to second, both to second, as if that means something. Oh, it does mean something. I'm just dumb. Okay, I got it now. I got it. We made it, Chad. Jesus. I think I'm not... Cash Cal, our lovely mod, had to full on send me a step-by-step diagram of how exactly you make this shit. God damn it. Cool. Not the last 2 lines? Wait, the last 2 lines go diagonal? What? How? Okay. Go diagonal to what? To this? This feels wrong. They have to go to the center line? What? They have to go here? You're kidding. That's how it looks? Who said bowling defeat from the jaws of victory? What? Luke says if she gets it, someone give her charity a donation. How does this make sense? Because I remember this cool S being fully closed off. Google, show me the cool S. No way. Am I fully misremembering? I'm fully misremembering this. I thought that it just like... I thought it was... I love how you can see every single mistake I made because it won't erase. Oh. Well, there. I'm glad that Noob says you did Mandela effect yourself. I fucking knew I would. God damn it. Well, yippee. There we go. Yves, thank you for making me suffer through that. I'm gonna keep... Oh my god. Oh, this is awful. Nothing will erase. I should have kept the whiteboard cleaner that I had. It's fine. Yves, thank you so much for your donation. Yves, I'll put it there. Keshka said, this is how you know Diana wasn't a millennial. I know, people doubt it all the time. Duggan, did you want something drawn? Yves says, I'm sorry. I know. Let's see. I'm Visual Art says you can close it off if you go from the diagonals, but it wouldn't be an S. That's a fair point. I trust anyone on Instagram whose name literally says digital art or anything along those lines. Visual art. Lucas says if you write Yves, at least make their S fancy. Oh, don't make me do this again. I'm not gonna try. It's gonna take us half of stream. Noob says if you like Lathril, you should see Abomination of Llanowar. Yeah, Abomination of Llanowar is actually arguably one of my favorite cards from the entire Lathril deck. It's probably my favorite. Honestly, it's just really cool. It's a good body horror card. It's a good card that has to do with just like genuinely being powerful. House Duggan says I'll keep it simple. A smiley face? Yeah! Do we want to do like let's do a little smiley face up here. And then I'll do little cheeks. There we go. That's not copywritten, is it? Yeah, this is great. For House Duggan. There we go. Cash Gal said a smiley face holding a fancy ass. I hate it here. Luke and X10, what did you guys want? I might have missed it. Spidey Marcus says, F it, color the board green. I cannot. Oh God, I don't, it has a surprising amount of ink in it despite how much I've used it. Also, we have gotten a couple new donations since we tossed ourselves in here. We have had, let's see, Yerbud Dank with a $10 donation to the American Heart Association's insert funny joke here. Great to have you, Yerbud Dank. And what would you like your drawing to be? We also have a posture check and a hydrate. Here we are. And that other G says I'm coming in to tell chat that they're worthy. Have a good day. I don't know about this chat. This chat's a little on the edge of it. Let me tell you, they yelled at me about my S's. She says toss a coin to your streamer. Truly. Oh, and there's also Ty, who did an on-screen celebration. Thank you so much. Let's see. A lot of people on YouTube are saying, draw something you enjoy. It's mostly as a little thank you to people who donate, because unfortunately, I suck at drawing and hate drawing as a concept. So it's not the best. Infernal says, no way I joined in. You guys were freaking out over a letter. Yerbud Dink says, Valentine's Day is over. It's St. Patrick's Day season, so let's get a Shamrock. Oh my God, dude, don't remind me that the Shamrock Shake is gonna be a thing. Oh, I fucking love Shamrock Shakes. Let's see. Also, RPG Carl says, draw a little guy. Ooh, and Ty says, going to throw an eraser. Okay, hold on. A Shamrock. I remember what a Shamrock looks like from memory. It's gonna be... It looks like the intersection with like little things. Yeah, let's do that. Make it look like a little shamrock. There we go. That's not bad, right? That's a butterfly? Fuck you guys. Also, someone says the Shamrock Shakes are thankfully contained within the USA. Why thankfully? I feel like the Shamrock Shakes are fantastic. How many mint, brightly green beverages do you consume on a regular basis? We gotta share that with the world, okay? That's a clover, but close enough. Wait, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Wait, is this actually a thing? Google. Shamrock versus clover. A shamrock is specifically 3 leaves. God. So if it's a 4-leaf clover, it stops being potentially a shamrock. One's lucky and the other sucks, says HT. God's sake. All right, well, we're gonna stick with it. That's all I got. I'm doing all this shit from memory, so there we go. Your bud dig. There you are. Your bud dang. Perfect. It was like either that or the club from the 52 card decks, you know? Someone over at Bicycle would have just sat up in a cold sweat. HG says all shamrocks are clovers, not all clovers are shamrocks. Oh wait, also Cheese Frost says, also wait, they're mint? I changed my mind, I wanna try one. Yeah, did you, hold on. So the Shamrock Shake is like specifically a mint shake with this like green food coloring. It's not like super strongly mint, it's not like biting into some, you know, tube of toothpaste or anything. So Lena says next up a Shamrock with the cool S. I hate it here. Let's see. X10, I don't know if you're still here or if I just missed it. Same with Luke. Luke, did you have something you wanted me to draw? If so, you might have to paste it. Oh, draw frog as a frog scientist would. I'm confident it'll be accurate. So here's the thing. When I was a frog scientist, we didn't deal with actual frogs. We dealt with like, I don't think I've ever seen an image of a frog as an actual frog before. What I had seen were tadpoles, which then turned into pollywogs, which have legs, little stubby little legs. And then they would turn into, I think they were called froglets, where they had little arms. That's not an arm. Up, up, up. Little arms, and then slowly shrinking tails that would get like thinner and stuff. And then they would become, that's a nose. I don't know why that has little frogs with their little frog butts. And then they would go back to eggs. That's the best I got, unfortunately. Is I never once saw, US as the frog cycle, unlimited power. I've never once seen a frog diagram in a book or anything like that that was actually just straight up a frog. It's always ever been like this whole cycle because of how I dealt with disease ecology specifically. So Hato says the theoretical frog scientist, similar to theoretical physicists, they just think about the topic. That's it. I've definitely thunk a lot about this. We also had some more donations crawl in while I was talking. We are up to $130 for the American Heart Association. It looks like Bill X Games also donated $25. Thank you so much, Bill. That's amazing. Thank you. I should probably talk about the actual American Heart Association. They did send me like a ton of these little, not quite handouts, but here, let me put this up here. There we go. Information about what exactly they do and who they are and how you can help. Essentially, they talk about the fact that cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the world, including all cancers combined. It beats out all of that stuff. And the AHA has been working within America for ages and ages to kind of help like combat disease, help with research and all that sort of stuff. Despite the name, it is international. Let's see, I can just read off of this. It's been in the business of saving lives since 1924 and has over 30 million passionate supporters and volunteers, key partners, and a global network of relationships that help us deliver life-saving programs and training into hospitals, businesses, school, and homes. They do an amazing job, truly. Like, we can... It's kind of one of those things where there's no single thing that I can point to as like, hey, here's exactly what they do. Because they do so much stuff that it is genuinely like mind-blowing. One of the things that I usually try and talk about when it comes to donations and charity streams though is exactly how far your dollar goes. And I've said this before, is like if you donate $1 to a charity, it's not quite the same as you spending that dollar on something that has a similar goal as the charity. The charities have networks and they have resources and they have a bunch of stuff to make it so that their dollar goes a lot further. So usually, if it's not like, for example, if you donate $1 to a food kitchen, they know how to turn that dollar into like what we would normally buy as like $3 or $4 worth of stuff. We don't have exact numbers on that front here for the AHA this time around, but we do have is this little like, not pie chart, it's more like a dollar chart. It's a rectangle chart talking about what percentage of your money goes to what. So, the American Heart Association funds more research than any US organization, and they spend nearly 80 cents of every dollar on research, education, and community outreach. This is as far as, 2014. 6.7% goes into community service, 36.4% into public health education, which everything starts at education, dude. That's like the ground up way of doing everything ever. 14.2% to professional education and training, which includes like CPR professional training, professional CPR training rather, digital resources, things like that. 21.8% going to research. So basically preventative stuff, researching causes, prevention, and treatment of heart disease and stroke. And then all that other sort of like general things like, running the actual AHA day to day, because they are a nonprofit. And then 12.3% going back into fundraising to help bring more dollars in. So, oh no, it's Lena says economies of scale. Is that the term? That sounds right. But yeah, Buzzsaw16 over on TikTok says, hi, I'm a medic, and thank you. Yeah, I appreciate your work, and thank you guys for being here and for joining. Also, thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel as well. Allegedly Macy, we had, oh my gosh, Bro City wants me to hydrate. But we also had Miriak, HT, and Dendrandra, who all subscribed. We also had Zactafane, Lukage, Eldritch Llama, who subscribed over the night. Luke says, it sounds like Warhammer talk. I don't know, I'm too poor to play it. Oh, economies of scale. I'm sure that sounds familiar back when I took my economies class in college. I actually have a minor in professional sales, which is like my least used minor, to be honest. Just by being a small business. Cheese Props says, mad respect for such organizations. Yeah, and Yvette says, how are you feeling nowadays? Have the D pills kicked in yet? The vitamin D pills, I feel as tired when I'm awake, if that makes sense. I'm not like struggling and wanting to take a nap all the time, but I am still sleeping like 12, 13 hours. So I don't know. Dan Mouse, hi, welcome in. But yeah. Oh my God, dude, I gotta show you guys this. So going back to TTRPGs and going back to tabletop gaming, I'm currently working on a character for a new game. Sorry, like throttling you. No, I'm working on a character for a new game recently. And one thing, and this is a hotly debated topic, something I talk about quite often is whether or not we should do standard array versus point buy versus rolling for stats when it comes to D&D characters and things. Investors are just EP. I'm just constantly EP, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cold weather. Maybe I'm just like wanting to cuddle up and things. Not just as spoilers for an actual play, perhaps. But one thing that we're doing is, and this is something that I advocated for, is we're doing actually rolling for stats. And for those who are new to D&D, there's a couple different ways to roll for stats. You basically roll, internet over on TikTok says, let the gods decide. Essentially, yeah, there's a lot of different camps of doing it. Improv GM says 3d6. In order, let everyone suffer. Jesus. Should I make this a poll? I could make this an actual poll on the, hold on, let me set this up real fast. There's a thing I can do on Tiltify. How do you create D&D stats? Roll 3D 46. Roll 46 in order. Point buy is the other one. Standard array. Oh, and then another roll 46, but re-roll ones. Cool. There's a poll up now, by the way, for those who are keeping an eye on the Tiltify page. If you have a particularly strong opinion that you want to throw your money behind, we can go ahead and put it up there and check on the progress of that in a sec. But however you prefer to do your points, one thing that we're doing for this actual play is rolling for points in a way that's like we roll 46 7 times. If you get all ones, you completely throw that number out and re-roll again. All ones or twos, essentially. So you can't have anything that's like abysmal. And we also made it so that you roll 7 times and then only take the top 6 stats. This is also probably like a really good hint that this actual play is probably gonna be an absolute butt kicker, and we're probably not gonna have a good time if he's actually willing to give us 7 chances as opposed to 6. But fuck it, we find out the hard way. Sanji says, what Secret Labs chair is that? It's the default one? I don't 100% know what the... Oh my god, Hato says 46, drop the lowest, make 2 sets of 6, and choose the best set. Interesting. That's a really good way of doing it, actually. So you... But the set always goes together, right? You can't, like, switch between the two? That's a very good way of putting it. Simon says, over on Instagram, sorry, but rolling a d20 for your stats and order is the only way I go with my players anymore. You end up with crazy characters, or otherwise you would have crazy characters and it's boring. That's insane. Rolling a d20 for your stats? That's actually, I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard of that before. That's the first time I've heard someone do that. Hi, Air, over on YouTube. Akoto says ones are called character development. Oh, character development. Andronima says, what if everyone's guaranteed 1 nat 1 and 1 nat 20 and the others are rolled for? That sounds like hell though. Like, you can't, I'm pretty sure having a 1 in any stat is physically worse than like an NPC, just some random villager would have, right? Because aren't villagers supposed to be on average a +0 or -1 to stats? Lino says D20 stats is wild. I know, what a crazy way of doing it. Yves says, you know you're fucked when you immediately get a scroll of Meteor in session 1. Also, we had another donation. Hold on. We want this page. There we go. Let me put this up here so that way you guys can actually see Firefox. There we go. Firefox in front of everything else. Yay! We had another donation. We are up to, oh my god, we're at $180 for charity. We had Correct, who donated $50, saying yet another fantastic charity. Thank you for all you do for others. Dude, it's not me, it's you guys. Truly, thank you so much. Let's see, is the poll live? I don't think the poll is here. Poll active. There we go. Now it's showing up. Yay! Awesome. So you can vote using your donation now. Your butt dank says one in int dex or strength. It's just you can't function. Yeah, right? Like, I can understand 1 in wisdom. It's just never learning from your mistakes or anyone else's mistakes or anything ever, I guess. Oh yeah, someone says, Russ says it ruins the bell curve. You can 46 drop lowest and arrange as you need to. Oh, and then, let's see, Old Whittington, hello. Oh no, it's Lino says, I did intelligence 6 druid once. Playing an absolute dumbass is hilarious. Yeah, dude, and that's such a druid thing to do. I always take intelligence or strength as my dumb stat, if not constitution. But strength is my real life dumb stat, so I'm pretty okay with taking it in my characters, especially when I play as druids. But the character that I got, right, I rolled for stats. I took out the lowest number in each 46 roll, and then I rolled 46 7 times. And then took the highest of the 7 numbers. I took the top 6, and then turned those into the stats. The thing is, I didn't end up with a single number below 10. And if I dropped the 10, I didn't end up with a single number below 11. So my top score, which I attributed to wisdom, is an 18. I gave myself 17 charisma. That's a lot of I asked the DM, I was like, hey, is this okay? Or should I like dumb myself down a little bit? He was like, no, it's fine. Which scares the shit out of me. I don't know if that means that this is gonna be like an absolutely horrifically hard campaign or what. Lucas says $5 more and we're already at 1,500 total for the year on charity donations. That's amazing. Oh my god, also, Correct, if you want me to do a little doodle for you on the whiteboard, let me know. Same with anyone else who's donated who hasn't gotten one yet. And Andronima says, I'm still hoping that someone is a druid with me as a patron god in one of your campaigns. Remind me what your patron god was, because I remember we did a couple of those. I remember the medicine and the mushroom one, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, there were a ton of gods. Those gods were so much fun to draw. I need to do that again. Oh, of puns, dad jokes, and innuendo. Dude, yeah, that is it was one of the minor gods. I remember now. That was so fun. That was cool. I need to start doing that again. Maybe we'll do that for this charity stream if we don't raise more money or get more incentives in between now and then. Slash Matrix says play average Joes, just straight tens. Just 100% leaving it up to the dice is ballsy as hell, but I'm kind of here for it. Oh, Error says, have you got a tip on running a session with one person? It depends on what game you're running. I honestly wouldn't recommend D&D because it's not balanced in any capacity for that, and the action economy won't work. If anything, you might be able to find a rules light, like Powered by the Apocalypse game that works a little bit better, but my biggest advice is don't do D&D. Cashgall said, you know, the stats could be potential, not where the character is currently at. That's true. And also, Hados says a 1 in Wisdom would be -5 on Perception and Survival. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, that sounds like hell. I could never. So, we talked about Games with Heart earlier. We talked about the concept of the charity stream that we're doing today in partnership with the AHA, giving you guys a bunch of massive discounts on Steam games, and also just, you know, rerouting normal game purchases over to the American Heart Association, including A Little to the Left, In Stars and Time, Space Lines from the Far Out. Peak is on here, so is Phasmophobia. So if there are games on here that you have wanted to play for a while, with or without friends, there's a lot of cozy ones on here in particular, except for Phasmo, which is, they quote it as heart racing. If there are games that you guys have wanted on your wish list for a while, now is a really good time to buy them, because the proceeds do go towards the American Heart Association. One thing that I bought was A Little to the Left, because I straight up have not played the game before. I'd be going in totally blind. I don't know anything about it. I know that it has a cat, maybe, in its, like, what do you call it? In its logo? And that's really it. And so I figured we could play a little bit of that today. And wow, it's really loud. Hold on, let me turn on the desktop audio so you guys can actually hear. Properties. Little to the left. That's, yep. Capture that window. That's the window I wanted. It doesn't want to do that. Let me do this. Maybe game capture? There we go. For some reason, my game capture was decidedly really far off to one side. Let's do... Come on. There we go. Let's do that. So I figured we could play a little bit of this today. I really don't know what's going to happen in this game. I don't know anything about it. Play it on stream, please. Yeah, I got you. So James says, was your capture a little bit to the left? It was, there we go. There we go. Perfectly centered like all things should be. And then for those watching over on the gaming stream, over on YouTube, charity overlays, charity gaming. Image, background. Oh, I have to add it. Oh, give me a quick sec. This is always the worst part about being a streamer, is that I have to do so much on the fly capturing and rearranging UIs and creating whole overlays. There we go. All right, so if you're watching on YouTube now, you should be able to see as well. But yeah, no spoilers if it's a spoiler type game. I imagine it's very similar. In my head, like this and Unpacking are the same degree of cozy game, if that makes sense, where it's like, oh yeah, you just kind of chill and hang out and put things together or build things. It's like that one game that was like an IKEA building simulator forever ago. Same energy, same vibe. Let me toss, there we go, this up here. Can everyone see? Is everyone doing good? Dr. Norp says no worries in body doubling. Hell, this is a perfect body doubling stream for charity, honestly. Cheese Prep says Diana just plays it on stream, but the stream is only her race. That'd be fucking hilarious, actually. A little to the left and it's just me. A little bit more than to the left, I would say. Let's see, a little to the left. Well, Jesus, this game has a lot of viewers on Twitch. Oh my God, Nonster wants me to hydrate. Yeah, let's do that real fast before we hop into it. There's also like DLC and things like that. I don't know what the hell could possibly need DLC in this game, because the last time I saw it, it was straight up just, hey, just move things a little bit. Just like shift them over. So we'll see. We have the CX Stars and Cupboards and Drawers DLC. I'm gonna fuck with the settings real fast before we hop into it. Actually, this looks great. This looks fantastic. Easy. Play. I wonder if there's a story. Yvette says just shuffle your chair every few minutes to the left and you'll be golden. Okay, chapter 1, Home Sweet Home. I love the little paw prints. Guys, I'm so excited for this cat. The cat that I'm gonna get. Oh, kittens. Let's see. Hello? Oh, is this gonna be an OCPD game? This is gonna be an OCPD game. I'm gonna fucking love this. Okay, that was level. That was it? Louis says, can you pet the cat? I fucking hope so. This is so cute. This is perfect for the kid. Oh. Oh, and there's physics. I didn't know there were physics. Can I, wait, hold on. Wait. No, let me touch it again. Hold on. Can I, oh, I wanted to see if it like, if I could make sounds with it. This is, no joke, this is exactly 100% a real life, like, this is insane. Hold on. I need you guys to know, this is the game. Take a good look. This is what I have like 2 feet to the left of my desk right now. There's dead ass, the same fish, the same like, I don't have mice, I have birds. I have a little spring toy instead, but there's like a bell in here. That is crazy. Oh, here's a little mouse. This is crazy. Michael says this is what Diana's substitute for baby fever. Yeah, when I got sterilized, they just handed me the number to the nearest cat adoption site on the way out. It was like, here's your instructions for, here's your instructions for making sure you don't go crazy. Take 2 Percocet and buy 2 kittens. Pig Hudson says your seg was a little to the left. Dead, it was like right there. That is crazy. Dude, shout out to these guys, these game designers, for having immaculate taste in baskets and cat toys. Damn. Natsu says you're trying to cause me injury as the cats leap towards my headphones and scream. Yeah. Oh, color assist. A little to the left offers a color assist option that provides alternate ways to solve puzzles that won't rely on color. I don't need it, so I'm gonna be okay, but if you guys need it as an audience, let me know. Jeez, Ruff says cats are far more satisfying. Exactly, right? Let's see, let me do this. Dre says, how would one get a hold of thee for businessy things? I have a business email. What is this? Oh, it's matching colors. There's no way this is white. That is beige. That is beige as hell, but okay. Oh, this is such a comfy little game. I feel like this is a really good game for like kids. But I'm sure I'm gonna say that now, and it's gonna get like incredibly difficult and have me color match like insanely hard things. Have you guys ever seen those like color discernment tests, I guess? Where you can go online and then it's like, hey, here's how good you are at telling colors apart from each other. And then statistically, women are just better at it. Yvette says I'm like slightly colorblind in one eye. Does that count as colorblind? I don't think so, for the sake that this is like, it straight up removes any puzzles that have to do with color, I think. Also, someone on Instagram, I saw a quick question there. Seb says, hi Diana, big question. What step do you think someone who wants to get into D&D has to do? Reading. You have to be really, really open to reading things like fiction and being able to interpret what are normally visual cues that people expect from video games and movies and things like that and from other forms of media. You have to be able to translate that and take the images in your head and translate them well for an exterior audience and be able to showcase, how am I supposed to do this? What the fuck? Okay, I gotta lock in here. Bracadian says the colorblind test is rigged against men because all men are very slightly colorblind. Yeah, do you guys know why men have more susceptibility to colorblindness than other like people do? Like people specifically, I guess I should say, with XY chromosomes, they're more susceptible to colorblindness because they don't have a spare X chromosome in order to back them up if the color sensing like DNA on the X chromosome gets messed up. She's says cones and rods. Not quite. So there's this thing where people who have an XY chromosome have an X and a Y. And there's a bunch of different variations of this. Obviously, you can have XX, which is the like born as a female one. You can also have XXY. There's like different variations, but for the sake of this, we're gonna go with the 2 most common ones. And people born as male, have X and Y chromosomes. The thing is, your ability to see color is tied to your X chromosome. And so if you have a gene that is for detecting color on an X chromosome that's defective, let's say this one's a little bit squiggly, it's a little bit wiggly, it's a little off center, then normally what happens is if you have 2 X chromosomes, the way that people who are born female do, then your other X chromosome compensates for it. So if one of them gets messed up, you essentially have a backup battery. Your other X chromosome can compensate for that. But if you're born male, your born with XY chromosomes, then you don't have a backup X chromosome. So if you happen to have the gene or the mutation that makes you colorblind, you don't have anything else to support you and to get you the like quote unquote correct vision setup, essentially. Which means that people who are born male are highly susceptible to colorblindness compared to people who are born female. There we go. That's a little bio thing there. A little thing about biology. Someone says I just realized how you hold the pen. Wait, what's wrong with how I hold the pen? This is how I do it. It's like a little boop, boop, boop. Is that weird? I've seen people hold it like this, but that is weird to me. I prefer to have like the lower ring finger, the ring finger to be like the balance. Michael says, can I use this to pretend it's hard to be a man? Yeah, just don't quote me. Extra stability, exactly, yeah. But let's see, Mirai says Diana holds it similar to how I hold it. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That's how I hold forks and stuff too, I'm pretty sure. Why is my red flag pen holding? Why am I getting bullied for how I hold the pen? What? Of all the things. Gasha said, do you know why you always have to pee when you wake up even if you haven't had anything to drink? No, why? I assume it's just because of passive, like... I just assumed it's because it's like passively you're processing water while you're asleep. And you're not used to doing it for not being able to pee for 8 hours a day. Peg also says, I also read that XY chromosome people tend to notice small movements better at a distance. So maybe that's kind of the same thing. Oh, I actually have no idea. I know that people who have XX chromosomes can like be more tolerant of pain, I think, but I can't remember if that was a myth or not. So Dame says, also I wasn't trying to bully, it was just an observation. No, I getcha. I like it. I think it's cool. I'm also one of those people who has, and this is, listen, if I'm gonna get canceled for anything, I would much rather have it be how I hold my pen. But one thing that I can't stand, and this has been a genuine, like, you guys know the concept of an ick, right? Where you see something while you're dating someone, you can no longer unsee it, and then it just kind of like ruins your perception of them. One of the first icks that I noticed, besides bad teeth when it came to my dating life, is how someone holds a fork. Because if they hold a fork in like this way, I can't not see it. And I can't unsee the fact that they never learned how to hold a fork any other way outside of like the way that toddlers hold it. I don't know. That's just me though. Yvette says I had one of those triangle grips in elementary school, so I still hold it like that to this day. Dude, those little gummy grips, those little grips looked so delicious, especially the sparkly ones that like started to get like all weird and faded over time. Oh my god. Big Dub says, what the fuck, that's a caveman? You'd be shocked. Okay, so clearly, listen. If I know one thing about organizing things, it's that you gotta go big to small. You gotta go like that. Maybe? Is it not big to small? It better not be small to big. I'm gonna riot if it's small to big. Can I rotate? Did I do it wrong? The notebook paper isn't bigger than the drawing, is it? Oh, you know what? Is it supposed to be homework versus mail? Maybe it's... Yeah, okay, so this is a to-do list. That's mail. This is homework. This is homework? What the fuck am I doing? Also, this is just a blank piece of paper. Does this mean anything? Hold the biggest one to the center of the table? Oh, true, okay. Yeah, it didn't snap. That makes so much more sense. Thank you, I would never have gotten that mistake. Mistachka, hello. I was like, do I have to like purposefully toss it in a way that makes it, I was like clicking it over and over again to do those slight rotations. That makes so much more sense, okay. I am way overcomplicating things. There you go. Yippee. I'll say hello. Hi! Yvette says you tried to put it a little to the right. I truly did. Oh my god. Okay, hot take. I wouldn't do it the way I imagine they want me to do it, where it's like tallest to shortest. I would actually do tallest in the middle. And then I would have it cascade down on either side, like that. I feel like if you do it just straight up as an even slope, it doesn't look natural. Firebird says that bookshelf looks perfect. Yeah, I also kind of fuck with the kind of like uneven little aspects of it. I don't know if I'd do it personally, but I can see why it would work, is because you don't want it to look too perfect. You want it to look used, right? Lucas says Diana's red flag's the game. How dare you? Like, I know it wants me to do it like this, but I refuse to conform to these bullshit standards. This is not how a bookshelf should look. Each star represents a different way you can solve a level. There's 2 ways to do it? Okay. Some ways, oh, some are more challenging than, okay, so there's different ways to do it. Ooh. I mean, the other way to do it is probably just like the opposite direction, right? Because it didn't let me do it the way I wanted to. And for that, I will be writing the developers personally. Yeah, okay, that's the other way. Ty Boomer says the bell curve does look nice. See, thank you. And Lucas says, who puts the biggest book in the middle? Someone who wants to care about their vases not falling over due to the weight of all of the books being, like, directly on them. Amane says thick to thin. Thick to thin is interesting. I would not have done thick to thin. I didn't get a second star? Wait, I didn't get a second star. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Did I take my meds today? No. Levels. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, okay, yes, yes, I get it, I get it. There's a cutscene, there's a fucking Assassin's Creed style DNA intro. That's fine. Give me this. Okay, so if that wasn't the other way to do it, does it like the way I did it? Are the developers redeemed? Is it okay with me doing... Okay, this is slightly taller than... Oh, this is gonna drive me fucking batshit crazy if I don't figure it out, huh? Is it like this? No. Is it gonna be by volume or something? Because like these 3 all kind of look similar. Someone said width, so I think we should do width. Granted, I would never do that for my personal collection of books, but... No audio cue. That's it! Oh, it is by width! Damn, who said by width? Yeah, Mistagia and Amane. Good call. I never would have thought of that. Nostra says not taking the meds before this game was a choice. Listen, if anything, my not taking meds is gonna give me superpowers, okay? Do you see this? See this? See this, Jenga tower shit? Going top to bottom, having everything all organized like that. Bingo. Also, will it let me... Is that the only star? How do I tell? Yeah, that's the only star. Okay. Cool, cool. Because the other thing I would have done is by color or alphabetically. You know? Welcome to OCPD Simulator. What the fuck? Okay, okay. 3 letters. 3 letters, 2 geese. I gotta be able to fit these in perfectly is what I'm guessing. But also, where the hell are you sending these fucking... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Where the fuck are you sending all of these letters if they're going this far out? Okay, okay, so I'm supposed to match. Hey, hey! Fuck out of here! I'm supposed to match? Okay, that's doable. That's fine. So I could do like another shell one here and this one here. And then I'm guessing, stop! Stop! And then we'll do this here. Oh, sorry, other way around. I don't exactly know how I'm supposed to know to do that. Also, if it were me, I would mix them up or just have them all be 100% uniform. The fact that it's just one way of doing it and like you only have these stamps and it's not... Oh, I can't move it now. Like, you gotta at least have even numbers of everything. Cheese Rough says peak cat behavior. Cashgirl says let the kitty take it and see what happens. Wait, I should. Levels. I'm gonna find all the secrets, chat. I'm gonna find all the secrets, girl. Amane says Diana gotta get D&D puzzle ideas to give her players PTSD out of this game. I do have D&D stamps. I could 100% do this. Here, kitty. Come here. Come take my shit. Oh, he just slides it off to the side. He doesn't actually, like, steal it. I was kind of hoping he would take it to the post office for me. Levels. This is such a cute... This would be the best. This has got such... It's so Nintendo coded. Little boop-de-boops and everything. Oh. Alright, let's see. Oh, I don't have a rotate button, so I'm assuming that that's not something that I need to concern myself with, but... Listen, I'm someone who grew up doing puzzles. So, obviously, that goes in the corner. probably a star of some variety. If I were to guess, it would be like this, that. Maybe it's just a really bad signature. It is a really bad, like, set of initials, huh? Alright, cool. Easy. I think this was originally an NES game, says Cash Cow. Interesting. What the fuck is this? How... Am I supposed to... Well, okay, I mean... These aren't numbers. Do I just, like, put them on here? Well, obviously all four corners have to be... I'm assuming this is a poster that I'm sticking up, right? So that means all four corners have to use the same color of thumbtack, which means blue. No? Do I shove them on top of, like, the little berry-looking things? Is that how I store... This would actually be kind of cute for thumbtack storage. I would still prefer literally anything else that didn't require me to damage a perfectly good plant poster every time I wanted to take a thumbtack out and put it back in, but... Oh! It's 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. So it depends on the numbers of... I see. So it's like how many of each color you have. So since I have 5 blue ones, I'm gonna put them on these 5 here. And since I only have 1 yellow one, it's gonna go here, and so on and so forth. That is kind of bullshit. Chat, I'm not a big fan of that. Whoever came up with this system would not do it personally like that, but yeah, I need to stop inserting my own opinions. Is what I need to start doing. What I need to start doing is shutting the fuck up. There we go. Get there. Yeah. It looks kind of cute. It's kind of cute, but Yves wants me to hydrate? I can do that. Oh no, it's Lito says grew up doing puzzles but couldn't work out that S, huh? Hey. Mods banned this guy. I'm kidding. 777 Vandal says I just tuned in. What's the MO here? We're playing A Little to the Left, which is an organization game. I still need to, I forgot to look. Does this have more than one way of doing it? It's an organization game that is currently on sale as part of the Games for Heart charity event with the American Heart Association, which we are currently raising money for as well. Oh no. Oh god. Here's the thing. Chat. Real perfectionists don't use stickers. People with OCPD don't use stickers because it's too much pressure, and I can never figure out where the fuck to put anything. Alright, so this is the 4 and 13. This is at 3 and 12, so it looks like it's just a... Got it. So this goes... It looks like it's just a repeating pattern. I think. Yeah, so this would have a tall spring. Yeah, after the flower. This would have a yellow flower-looking thing? The 4-pointed flower? And then this asterisk would be on number 7. No, it wouldn't. It would not. I'm dumb. I know how this works. What's not here? Bop, bop. Oh, it's another... No, that's right. God damn it. Real perfectionists get it right the first time. You guys joke. So when I was a kid, I used to full on God, I used to do this thing, and I mentioned this before, where I never was the type of kid who rearranged her furniture in her bedroom at 2 a.m. growing up. To this day, I still don't. I usually plan out the furniture exactly as it's going to be, and then I don't fucking touch it. Straight up, just like never... Oh, I know this has to go here. No. Am I just wrong? I think I'm just bad. Hold on. This flower onto another spot, and then this has to go here. Yes, okay. Okay. I got it. And then this goes there, and there. I hope I don't have to fill out all of these. It's gonna get kind of annoying. But full on, once I figure out where something's gonna go in my apartment, it stays there. And it has zero reason to move. Oh, they just stay blank. Oh, okay. Cool. Because I consider myself someone who gets it right the first time, you know? Nope. Terrible clip, by the way. Hi, Eric. Hello. Yvette says, I just clean everything at 2 a.m. Yeah, I don't clean at 2 a.m. I have to clean before I get anything else done in my day, though. So sometimes I'll do a little bit of cleaning the night before, only for the sake of like, oh, please let me do this the nice way. Oh, it's based on spines? Oh, interesting. Oh, it's gonna be based on spine decor. You see this? Okay, I can figure this out. Because like when it comes to the beginning of my day job's workday, straight up, can't focus, can't do anything else until everything is clean and I have a perfect working condition. Otherwise, I am non-functional, straight up. Yvette says I'm gonna go make some garlic bread. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna try and figure this out. I'm assuming that these little things are the end caps. Like these little twirls that look like the ends of mustaches, which makes it so that this is, yeah, there we go. And there's gonna be two little ends here. I feel like this is a, kind of like a, an intelligence test where your ability to like rotate shit in space and all that sort of stuff gets really tested by your ability to do these little tasks. Which is fine by me, I'm smart, I'm confident. I could pass an intelligence test, maybe, probably, potentially, depending on the circumstances and if I've had food that day. I think this probably goes somewhere near the middle. Nope. This probably goes somewhere near this. So, nope. This probably goes somewhere near this area. Nope. What the fuck? Am I doing this wrong? Also, Panda, hi! Hello! And Notster says, what kind of hell was that counter solution? It was like a very specific pattern, but I wasn't taking into account the fact that the patterns had blocks. And Peg Hudson says, real perfectionists suffer mental breakdowns the first time they get a B in school. Dude, yeah, I didn't cry about it. If anything, it was kind of freeing because once you get a B for the first time, at least once I got a B for the first time, it was like, well, now there's a new bar and I don't really have to deal with it. What the hell? What is this? What the fuck? Okay, we're slowly getting it in chunks. I'm starting to see like little chunks appear of where things are supposed to go, but this is weird. Okay, this middle part looks okay. I can't figure out this other bit though. Oh, there we go. No, that makes sense. Okay, so we're building from the middle out now. Because I can't figure out any other way to do it. Hey, we nailed it. Total guesswork. This divide right here made it really tough, not gonna lie. Same with like this middle bit. I wasn't entirely sure where it went. Eric says, superliminal is so good. It does seem like superliminal. Also, oh hi, Overthinker. Welcome in. We're gonna try and do it the other way now, which is gonna be the quote unquote wrong / right way, where it's like, here's the way that I personally would do it. Which is, like, and you'll notice I can do this so much quicker because it's just, it makes way more sense than organizing by, what do you call it? Than organizing by, is that it? Is that it? These game developers don't have taste. This should have worked. God damn it. Are they gonna make me do it this way? Yeah, here, let's do it this way. The old Twin Towers method. No, we can't do that. We'll maybe have it shrink in the middle? DV, hello! Cheese Prof says you don't need our help. It's just also it's a game that's really hard to provide commentary on because it's just me shuffling shit around. But it's also kind of relaxing the way the music is going. Oh yeah, because there's a middle piece here, so this has to be like going in towards the center. There we go. Okay, got it, nailed it. Amazing. We have tidied 100 items, by the way. We got an achievement for that. Hi, Abaddon, who says hello from Canada. Hi! Ooh. Oh my god, is it gonna make me, like, unstraighten things? That is fascinating. Because the water level is here, the deer is standing on a level surface if I do this, and this guy. That's kind of uncomfy. I don't know if I like that. but it's a very clever way of doing things, I suppose. Chevin says, have you played Superliminal? I have not. I feel like I should. Someone might have bought it for me forever ago. It might be on my Steam somewhere. But I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to double check. Going off of what we did last time with these little circles kind of being the large overarching pattern, like this line right here, I'm guessing that this goes like this. Oh no, but then where does this line go? No, I think we got it. I think we got it. Maybe? Oh, not all of them fit. Oh no, there are some that fit. Oh. I'm just uncomfortable. What the fuck? Okay, so that means that this needs to end somewhere. But this is definitely a top line of 3. So maybe it's like that. And then it continues off to the side like this. Which would then provide for... There's nothing in the middle. There's clearly nothing in the middle. What if I move... Oh, this is weird. No. But these two do look like they go together. This is hard. I wasn't expecting this game to be this hard. That being said, I wasn't expecting any level of difficulty at all. But we definitely know that these 3 go together, because there aren't that many that lead into lines of 3 from a top to bottom position. Okay, there is no rotation. I just had to double check. This little penis-looking thing needs to end somewhere, which I'm guessing is like here. No. Maybe it's... Well, the little audio cues are helping. Like, it only dings when it gets put there, so I'm guessing that that's right. Which then calls into question literally everything I've been doing. Fuck. Nope. Okay. This. No. There's another one that starts off sideways. Yes, okay. So that's correct. This definitely isn't. This goes there. That stays there. That goes there. This can't... This probably goes in that corner there. This is kind of just me fucking around and looking for audio cues, to be honest. That over there. Because otherwise... I wouldn't know where to go. Okay. And then that. And then this. Ugh! Lady! Fix your signature! Ugh! Hannah says, why is this game making me uncomfortable? It truly is! Also, Master says, at times this reminds me of those sliding puzzles where you can move one piece at a time. It really does. It feels the exact same. I remember those from when I was a kid. Oh my god. I used to be not good at them. Let's do most sharpened to least sharpened pencil. Like. VS. Oh, there's no more sharpened than that. Oh. Oh no, is it most sharpened to least sharpened or tallest to shortest? Oh, I bet it's gonna tell me that it's both. Oh, I hate answers that are ambiguous. Is that one of them? Okay, so that's one of them. God, there's 3 ways of doing it. Okay, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do it from longest pencil to shortest pencil. Not that we're judging. Okay, this is a judgment-free zone, but the yellow is obviously the longest. And we'll put pink here, salmon here. Never mind, this one's the longest? I think. Are we counting eraser length? The innuendos are abound here. I'm pretty sure if we count tip length and eraser length, and if you hold it in a certain way and stare at it with your eyes slightly shut, this one is the longest? Maybe? I mean, the green one's definitely the shortest. We can all agree on that. Is it? do eraser line. That makes it a little bit easier. And then we'll go back to the other one. Oops. There we go, okay. Larry says, I went out and got myself a copy of the Cult rulebooks after seeing your reel about it. Damn, it is crazy, as you said. Hopefully I get a chance to play it someday. Yeah, Cult is great. Erasers? Yeah, I went by erasers. Masterful Bitch says making them straight would annoy me so much. If it's by eraser and then tip, what's the third way of doing it? It can't be by size overall because they're not aligning themselves to the middle, right? Oh, by color. Interesting. So we could do like salmon. There. But then how would pink and blue and green connect? I don't know if that's by color, Chad. The green one has personality, says you miss. You just have the red and yellow the wrong way around on the tip. Oh. No, I already did it that way. How? First letter of the color? Oh, Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Oh my god, that's it! Yeah! Oh my god, I would not have guessed that. That's a good guess. I guess I just don't think of that as orange. I think of it as salmon. But good call, chat. Okay. Also, cheese process is not the size of the pencil, it's just how well you can draw the owl. Alright, now we got another paper puzzle. This looks like a fortune cookie phone number? Okay, let's make a pile here. Center, front center, is the envelope. Never mind, it won't pop in the center. That's not good news. Is it paper? This can't possibly be by, like, order of importance. Well, the stamp clearly goes on the envelope. No? Who the fuck? What kind of paper organization system is this? Who lives here? What? That worked. What does that mean? Am I making two piles of, like, business cards and little bits of paper and things like that versus receipts? What am I doing? What is this? Am I actually trying to, like, organize it? Yeah, nothing else will fit there. That's just the receipt. So then where do these go? Oh, it's quite literally just filling space in. I see. Okay. All right. I don't agree with it. You're out of line, but you're right. Put this here and then this here. It makes 0 sense for any level of state. Hey! Hey! Fuck out of here. Makes zero level of sense. Alpha says, how are we for backseat gaming? I'm cool with it. I'll only look at chat if I want to for a game like this, but thank you for asking. And 123 Floor says, what's up, Dungeon Master? Hi! Let's see. Still raising money for charity, by the way. We're almost at the end of stream and we're at, what are we at? Oh my god, that's not the right tab. By the way, if any of you guys wanted to get the game for yourself, you can do it through Games with Heart on Steam, where they are, at least a little to the left, is on a massive sale. It's on 40% discount right now. But there's plenty of other games available to help support charity. Speaking of charity, we're at $180 raised for the American Heart Association. If you wanted to donate, you can vote for how you roll for stats. You can enter, and potentially once we reach certain milestones, we'll have all these giveaways to give away, including a TTRPG journal, a Battlezoo Ancestries Classic Creatures book, a little 5e supplement for those who play D&D, and then a Tusano Trading Co. vault made of wood, handmade magnetic closure. It's really nice too. It's really nice. It's very pretty wood. I'll show you guys pictures later. But these are all of the donations so far. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated. But again, if you guys just want some games and you want a little something out of it, you can straight up donate using Games for Heart instead for today and tomorrow. Just while we're back into the game. Cheese Bra says speed dating for ghosts seems fun. I have actually never heard of the game. This is the only game on the list that I'd personally heard of. Oh, I bet this is another color one. Yeah, this has to be red. But I bet there's also something to do with the stripes. Because these stripes are definitely, they're on every single book. Actually, let's do stripes first. That makes more sense. Hold on. Man, this would be such a good, like, playing game. Not like plane as in Plain, but like plane to play on a plane, like a little Switch game. This is top tier Switch quality stuff. But if you haven't seen it, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make these stripes in ascending order, which is, oh, this is at the top for sure. And then this guy goes over here, kind of connecting in the middle. This one's dead in the center. This is such a pretty book collection. Oh man. Have you guys seen those book collections that are classic board games, but they are designed in a way that the box looks like books? And so you can put them on your shelf and make it look all pretty, kind of like this. They have it for, I'm pretty sure, Monopoly maybe, and like Sorry and some other classic games like that. They're like really old school games. Perfect. Nice little staircase there. The other way of doing it has to be the Reggie Bib vibe. Dark blue, way the fuck down here. Green. And then maybe it's like Roy G. Biv within that too. So it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Light blue, dark blue. So we'll do that. Red is here. Green, salmon, yellow. Okay. And then we're probably gonna... Did we get a donation? We did! Oh my god! Mr. Techtastic says In Stars and Time is actually one of my favorite games of all time. I cannot sing its praises enough. In Stars and Time. The art style looks really cute. Not gonna lie. It's kind of giving like... Oh my gosh. I don't know what to call it. It's giving Deltarune like Undertale vibes. Anyway, we got... Holy shit, a massive donation. Someone donated $10 for saying that they wanted to roll 46 in order for their stats, for their point buy. And meantime, we've had Panda. Thank you so much. We've donated $100 for charity towards the American Heart Association unlocking the first milestone, which means that at some point this weekend, probably over the Discord, I will be giving away a deluxe RPG journal. These are really cute, by the way. You don't have to enter to win by like donating. You can still just go to the Discord and join there. But Peter Popper Press is the one who donated it for you guys. They have a bunch of different journals available, but the RPG journal is specifically what we're looking at. It's the same one that I showed off, RPG, when we were doing the stream for Doctors Without Borders earlier last month. It's gilded, it's got like the gold on the side, it's got a ribbon bookmark, it's got a pocket on the front and back so you can insert any of your own stuff if you need. It's got actual stat sheets and like a whole place for you to insert everything that you need for your character, all of your statistics, so you can take your character sheet on the go without it being ugly. And then things for spell slots, quest trackers, all that sort of stuff. So that is something that I have right over here. And if the winner wants me to, I can sign it. I never assume though, so I'll probably put out like a Google form or something like that so I know where to send it to. So go ahead and join the Discord if you guys haven't already in order to enter the giveaway for that. But that's $290 raised, our first milestone, absolutely crushed. Thank you guys so much for joining and for hanging out with me for this charity stream. We'll keep doing a lot more gaming throughout the rest of the week, and we'll come up with more incentives as we go. In the meantime, I need to figure out this fucking puzzle. Okay, so red, orange, blue. Okay, red, orange, yellow. Great. And then red, orange, yellow, green. Great. Orange, yellow, green, blue. And then red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. This must be it. No? Oh no. It's not by interior, is it? Is it by thickness again? Where it's like the thickest books go over here? It's really hard to discern what some of the thicknesses are, though. Like, if we do it by thickness, then it would be, like, this, right? Maybe? Am I crazy? I mean, that's by thickness, but that seems wrong. Stripe color? Stripe color is good. I could do the lightish blue stripes over here. And then we'll do red stripes here. Hey, little glow cloud. Hello. Oh, Alpha says it's not by thickness. It's color like you had before. Oh, well then what? If it's by color, then what the hell Is it by the interior color? Also, Cohort says how many stars, because there are horizontal lines. It has 3 stars total, so far we've only done by, like, horizontal lines going down in a stair-stepping fashion. We haven't done thickness. Cheese Roar says don't panic. I'm panicking, dude! I feel like I should all... Oh. They're gonna take away my prescription for Cetraline if I don't get this right. It could be by interior color. So if we do interior color, the darkest red's over here. And then... There we go. And then interior orange or salmon color. And then interior yellow. And then interior green color, the decor. So the decor is lightish green. And then light blue. And then dark blue. I don't know. Wait, you need the red book with blue. The red book with blue. And then the red. Then the solid red with orange. Then orange with red, then solid orange. And so on. I swear I had it like that though, right? Red, orange, so that means that this is over here. Yellow, green, so that means green is next. And then light blue, which is gonna be that, and that. I feel like I'm going batshit crazy. This is right? Because all the thick, like, plain ones with just one stripe are in the middle now of their collective groups. I missed the ends last time? Oh. Red, orange. I'm like questioning the rainbow now. Move the blue and red one on the right, all the way right. That's not right. There we go. I don't know. It circles back around. Oh. Yeah, okay. Jesus. I thought I was going crazy. Oh man, I thought it was in like, okay. I got it. We're good. That was painful. That was so awful. I'm so sorry you guys had to watch this. All right, we'll do one more because I'm having fun. Yves says maybe a solid color, have them gradually turn more of another color. Apparently that was it. Oh no. Oh man, I gotta do a pencil measuring contest again. Okay. This isn't too bad. It's the fact that it starts with the pencils so far off screen that you can't actually see how big they are is deceptive. And I'm not one for deceptive practices when it comes to your pencil size. All right, let me tell you that. Oh, and then these I just have to clean up. Get out of here. Ah. Okay, cool. Not bad.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna turn this cat into a rug, chat. The other one that I can think of is that it's got to do with pencil sharpness again, because there's only 2 stars on this one. So if we go by sharpness, then that means... Well, these 2 are kind of the same sharpness. Well, first of all, we always got to get rid of the sharp. Right? But then what do the symbols here mean? We go like 1 little squiggle, 2 squiggles, or 3 squiggles, 2 squiggles, 1 squiggle, straight up a line. And then 3 like triangle, 3 squiggles, 3 zigzags, 2 zigzags, 1 zigzag, 3 squiggles, 2 squiggles, 1 squiggle, and then a line. Is that right? Yvette says, how do you feel about the small ones? Are they the perfect size? It's not about the length of your pencil, it's about how you grip it. I feel like this is a sharpness thing though. Like this is gonna be such a slight change in sharpness too. I can already tell this is gonna be a pain to eyeball, but at least we've got a good... Oh, maybe it's length of lead? It might be lead length. Maybe? No. The circles are soft and the angles are hard. Put it from hardest to softest. Hardest? To softest. I feel like it'd be less lines versus more lines. Like the amount of physical motions you have to do in order to create the shape, but maybe I'm wrong and maybe it is straight up just like... No? Cheese Frost says I grip it like a toddler holding a fork. Oh no. The straight line in the middle. Matcha wants me to breathe. Fucking losing my mind out here, dude. So, if it's hardest to softest, flip your squiggles. So, this is in the middle, and it's the squiggly lines. That was it!
What?
That was bullshit. That was objectively bullshit. I would have gotten there eventually, but it was bullshit. God damn it. Cheese Frost says hardest to softest, title of your sex tape. I hate it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this charity stream in which I lose my OCPD card, apparently. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific time for the continuation of our stream for Doctors Without Borders, for the American Heart Association. Our goal is $1,200 and we're already at $290. I'll try and come up with some more incentives as we go, but as of right now, we're already doing at least one giveaway for an RPG journal from Peter Popper Press. Coming up soon, if we reach $500, I'll be giving away a copy of Battlezoo Ancestry's Classic Creatures. Not because Battlezoo is sponsoring the stream, just because I happen to have it lying around, although they are really chill people. So either way, I'll be giving this away. And then at the very end, we have a Thomas Tusano exclusive, a wood, a handcrafted wooden vault, held together by magnets, made with some delightfully gorgeous wood. Again, I'll send you guys pictures once I have them and have time to set up an actual overlay. So in the meantime, I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone over on TikTok and Instagram. I hope to see you guys on Twitch next time. And then for those who are still watching on Twitch and YouTube, thank you all so much for hanging out. Twitch is obviously the ideal format because I can do this cool thing where I can raid off to send you guys over to a friend of mine. Let's see who's on and who's playing games. We could go talk to, Oh, Bullet Bloom says we have merch to have signed at PAX. I won't be bringing merch, but if you have your merch to bring, I will sign it if you find me. You do have to find me though, unfortunately. I'm gonna have a couple panels and things like that I can stand outside and sign things from, but I don't have any like meet and greets or anything as far as I'm aware. So what we could do, actually, I'm gonna raid into, remember to take your meds. Indeed, take your meds. I'm gonna raid into, accidentally muted myself. I'm gonna raid you guys into Thomas so that way you guys can ask him about the quote unquote grand prize and be like, hey, show us the vault. And that way you guys can get a little bit better of a glimpse of it. So I'll send you guys over there. In the meantime, again, thank you all so much for hanging out and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific time for the usual hangouts and chatting and raising money and potentially lemon juice shots depending on how things go. So